In this video, I'm going to show you how Facebook, Twitter, and other social media companies influence politics and elections. You're not going to believe how smart these companies are at psychological warfare. Before we get to their scary brilliance, so you don't fall prey to it anymore, you need to know how someone changes their mind, their beliefs, their loyalties, because that's what this is about for the tech giants. Follow along as we unpack how you may have been manipulated just by scrolling your socials. How many of us have tried to change someone's mind in the comments section? Have you ever succeeded? Has your mind ever been changed? Let's take a step back and understand something crucial. Society can be divided into four broad groups when it comes to the exchange of ideas. At one end, you have the early adopters, and at the other, the never adopters. These two groups are like immovable rocks. No amount of logic, reason, evidence, or persuasion can sway them. They're set in their ways. Lawyers understand this division too well when they select jurors for a trial. They want jurors who won't budge from their position, who will look at the evidence in their favor. These jurors are what we call biased. The prosecution wants jurors biased in their favor, and the defense wants jurors biased in their favor. So who's left in the jury? Since the prosecution won't let the defense get the jury that would give the defendant the win, and the defense won't let the prosecution choose a jury that would show them to be guilty, what's left? The middle ground. Those who are unbiased, those who won't side with the prosecution or the defense, those who can be persuaded. Picture these middle jurors as the sweet frosting in the middle of an Oreo. I'm talking double stuff. They can be divided into two groups, slightly biased towards the prosecution or slightly biased towards the defense. But they're both open to persuasion either way. These individuals are open, humble, and even-keeled in how they evaluate arguments and evidence. It's a remarkable way of ensuring a fair trial, isn't it? Now, let's shift our focus to a real-world example, the Cambridge Analytica case. This company harnessed social networks to influence elections, just like a skilled lawyer selecting jurors. Instead of targeting hard, biased individuals, they focused on the persuadables, those in the middle who could be swayed. They crafted content to influence their political alignment through social engineering. To dive deeper into the subject, you need to check out the books Mind by Christopher Wiley and Targeted by Brittany Kaiser. And don't miss the eye-opening documentary, The Great Hack. In the eye-opening documentary, The Great Hack, David Carroll attempted to retrieve the data that Cambridge Analytica collected on him during the 2016 Trump campaign. The documentary ended with no success, but a few years ago they finally released his data, and here's what they found.
So you were trying to get the data that Cambridge Analytica held on you in 2016. We have obtained the Trump campaign database from 2016. What we have here is your openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism scores.
A very low neuroticism score, thankfully. People who have very high conscientiousness and very high neuroticism scores, they would be very easily manipulated and have no idea it's happening. We were fighting to get. This is what I knew was there. I mean, I think every voter has a right to see this. It's crazy that we don't have the right to see this.
That's the David Carroll file from the Trump campaign from 2016.
Yeah, well, when you showed me my personality model, that shows that they had tried to calculate that. And
that's what psychographics are.
That's that openness, conscientiousness, agreeableness, extroversion model. You know, it's a level of abuse that we're tolerating in this country. And we can't. It works as a suppression system. It works to subvert the will of the people.
The psychological warfare that Cambridge Analytica wrought upon the world took place in the 2014 Senate races, winning seats for Republicans, the 2016 presidential election claiming to gain the presidency for Trump, and the Brexit vote exiting the United Kingdom from the European Union in 2020. This was only the beginning, as you'll see how this tactic of social media was kicked in overdrive and given steroids once Twitter and the United States government combined to make Dr. Evil and Mini-Me. Prepare to uncover some shocking truths about Twitter and its impact on our democracy. Twitter, the social media giant, wields immense power in our political landscape. Recent revelations from the Twitter files exposed a troubling pattern of public-private censorship. Matt Taibbi, independent journalist, revealed the Twitter files, which showed Twitter receiving countless requests from government agencies, including the FBI, DHS, and even the CIA. What's more alarming? They often cave into these requests, leaving us with questions about privacy, free speech, and political influence. Hold on to your seats. The FBI reportedly paid Twitter a staggering $3.4 million to silence certain stories in the run-up to the 2020 election. Yes, you heard that right. Your taxpayer dollars funded unconstitutional censorship and a violation of our First Amendment. You paid to lose your freedom of speech and lost your ability to hear both sides of the story. But wait, there's more. The revolving door between the FBI and Twitter is jaw-dropping. Former FBI officials held positions at Twitter, exerting undue influence over the platform's decisions. It was also revealed that the FBI had meddled in the 2020 presidential election. Data suggests that awareness of the Hunter Biden laptop story would have swayed voters. These actions prove real collusion.
Collusion!
Corruption.
Corruption.
And it was all funded by your hard-earned money. The bigger picture emerges, a concerning pattern of the federal government weaponizing its power against the American people. From Crossfire Hurricane, the code name for the counterintelligence investigation undertaken by the FBI, into links between the Trump campaign and Russia, to suppressing stories like the Hunter Biden laptop. Our constitutional rights hang in the balance. Let's tie it all together. A research paper titled "The Effect of Social Media on Elections" from Princeton University uncovers some chilling statistics, proving Twitter's influence in politics and elections is undeniable. The study showed that Twitter significantly lowered the Republican Party's vote share in the 2016 and 2020 presidential elections. Twitter users are overwhelmingly Democrats, and Democratic politicians thrive on the platform. Republicans and conservative messages were being throttled, silenced, and shadow banned at the bequest of the federal agencies and leaders of the Democratic Party. So both the Republicans and Democrats are guilty of manipulation, psychological operations, and data mining to promote or silence their selected parties and messages. That wraps up our expose on big tech's dark side with Twitter, Facebook, and the psychological warfare Cambridge Analytica spawned to influence our politics and elections. The close ties between tech giants and government agencies should send shivers down your spine as our freedoms and privacy hang in the balance. Big Brother is watching. If you found this video eye-opening, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. It's time we raise awareness against the unchecked power of big tech. Until next time, stay informed, stay vigilant. Let's take back control.